Welcome, everybody. We are here with another installment of Star Wars Survival of the Free. We're introducing a new character to our campaign today. We're introducing Jhassa Selkath, played by good buddy Chris.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about your character, sir.
Oh, Jhassa, obviously, like you mentioned, is a Cellcath. Um, he is a medic, specializes in medicine. Um, Basically, he likes to help people currently he's in search of new ways to uh, help people as far as, new medicines, new technologies, and um, that's it.
All right. And you're new
Short
to
and
the
sweet.
whole role-playing deal, so questions and stuff totally fine.
First timer.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully, you have a good time with it. Um, yeah. So we're gonna get started here. So you happen to be en route to a space station that you've heard about called the Cruct. It's like this big old mobile space station, so it doesn't just sit in one spot. It's actually like a giant ship with like this big old sprawling city on it and everything, and it kind of just floats around and just kind of keeps to itself, and everybody just tries to live out their lives without getting involved with like the Empire and everything like that. They don't really want to get involved. It's not necessarily that they feel it's good or bad, but they just want to stay kind of out of all this galactic war and everything that's been happening. Um, so you're aboard a ship. You've um, bought yourself passage, but you're from humble beginnings. You're from a position in life where you don't have a lot of money or anything, and you told the pilot you could pay him. But you know that you really can't. And that's kind of where we're gonna start off here. I I assume that you would have like a room aboard the ship that they would just like let you have one of the dormitories, like it's got a little bed, little sink, or whatever. There's probably also like a galley on the ship where you can get food or whatever. You're probably limited on where you can go. They're probably not just going to let you walk wherever you want, like to the cockpit or the engine room or something where there's like vital, important stuff. But they probably would let you go between your room or the galley or um, whatever. That
Sure.
seems like
I'm sure
a
there's a
place you could go.
lounge or something.
Yeah, yeah. There's probably a little chess table or whatever, or card table or something. But so where would you be hanging out while you're kind of flying through space?
Uh, let's. I think I'd like to see myself hanging out near the water bar.
The water bar.
The
Well, that
water
makes
bar.
sense. You're an aquatic creature. Why not?
Yeah.
Just
I
down
need
down
some
in that
water.
water.
I need some fresh water, man. I'm thirsty.
All right. So you're hanging out. You got a big old pitcher of water in front of you, and just kind of lounging on the sofa, the couch. Um, and the pilot, who's like this, uh, he's a human. He's darker skinned, and but he's the pilot. And he comes out of the cockpit, and um, he's kind of stroking his chin. Um, he's clean shaven, short hair, and he's just so. We've been running some numbers, and it doesn't look like any transfers have made it to our accounts for this passage. How is it that you expect to be able to pay us?
I'm working on a clientele. Um, you got a lot of sick people aboard the ship, so uh, I will provide my aides, and they will pay me and I should be able to make a fortune because your ship is a lot of sick people.
So you're not aboard the Crooked yet. You're kind of en route, right? So
Of
you're
course.
aboard a smaller like transport ship, and this guy's just getting you to that place. He doesn't really like have an alliance or an affiliation with them. He's just getting you from point A to point B. So
Point A
wherever
to
he
point B.
picked you up at, he's taking you there. And so he kind of looks around. He You've seen like two other crew members of his, um, also both humans, um, and he's kind of like, my my boys are all right. If they get sick, they can just walk it off. We don't need to trade medical attention for free fare.
Is this one of those times I could do my checks?
You could do your
Uh,
check almost whenever.
so
Um,
I would like,
you could
I don't know what
charm
kind
him.
of
You
check.
could deceive him. You could
Yup,
threaten him.
I want to charm him.
Okay. So on your in your character sheet, let's go ahead and find the little charm. Hit the little dice icon next to it.
I'm looking. Copy, see it.
And then I'm gonna add in just one purple because I mean you're kind of a reasonably like well-spoken dude, even though I'm struggling to find the words apparently. So I'm gonna add in one difficulty die just to see if you're able to charm him or not. And I gotta click off the screen. There we go. Alright, so you were successful, but you got a threat as well. And so you're able to kind of talk him into it. You're like, hey, man, what is it that you're trying to convince him of? Just that you're able to help his guys out or make them better, or...
Yeah, like, listen here, I'm the doctor. I think I know what I'm talking about. So, I guess he kind of got offended. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for the threat? Yeah, he could have gotten a little
Sure.
bit, like he's like, yeah, I guess, we could probably use a little bit of a patch up, but, he's, you can tell, like, on his face, he's just kind of, like, a little irked that you kind of corrected him, on the health of his own crew members. Alright, so, are you actually gonna, like, work on the guys? Are you gonna offer, like, some of your medical equipment, to help him out? Or
Of course.
what's your plan?
Of course. I mean, this is what I have in my mm, my inventory, if you will. This is what I'm capable of. Look at my stuff. I'm no joke. I'm the real deal.
Alright.
I'm the man for the job.
So
I don't want to waste your time or waste mine. You know what I mean?
he he looks down like towards the engine room area, and he's, "Hey, Brock, come back in here." And Brock kind of hobbles out. He looks reasonably okay, and then the captain's kind of like, show him what happened to you last week." And the captain looks at you and he's like, "Brock works in our engine room back here, and we hit a bit of a rough patch as we were entering atmosphere, and he kind of got slammed into the console a little bit." Brock kind of pulls down his shirt over his arm, and you see this just big bruising area. It doesn't look like anything's like protruding, but it looks like he got jacked up pretty bad. He must have taken a pretty hard slam into the machinery in the engine room when he's back there. He's like, "All right, what can you do about that?"
Buddy, it's just a bruise. Grow a pair.
He's like, guy's like, "It's been pretty useless, man. I can't even really use it. I don't. I'm hoping that there's not something wrong, like inside.
All right. Let me check it out.
All
Let
right.
me check it out. So,
So give me a medicine check.
medicine check.
If you want, I know you have knowledge in xenology, and technically, even though they're humans, they're alien creatures to your species. So if
Right.
you wanted to make a xenology check to see if you know a little bit about human um, anatomy and everything, and how to kind of work on them,
Sure.
you could get a boost die maybe towards your medicine check.
I'm smart. I got this.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh, all right. So you got some success. You learned a little bit about these weird hairless human things,
Big
and
skin, man.
so I'm go ahead and before you roll your medicine check, just add in one of those blue dice to your pool. So just in the little part where it shows you the blue die, put it to 1, and then go back and roll your medicine check.
Okay. Bam.
Nice. So you look him over, and yeah, it doesn't seem like anything's wrong on the inside. You kind of feel, how doctors will like feel and see if it's tender or anything. And you're like, I don't even think you need any drugs for this. I think it just kind of popped out of its socket. And you kind of grab his arm and just kind of shove it. And he's, and there's this loud snap. And he's like, oh. He hurts at first, of course, but then after a second, he kind of rotates, and he's like, oh, I can move it again. Oh, man, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And then I look over. Remember,
Mhm.
I told you I was doing a job.
Yeah. All right.
So cocky.
I know. I know. And then the captain, he leans back towards the cockpit, and he's like, "Hey, uh, Cerdo, come on up here." And the pilot kind of walks back into the lounge area, and he's got like this big like scarring on his face and everything. And, the captain's like looks at you, and he's like, he had some trauma as a child. I was wondering if you could make him any prettier to look at. And then the pilot kind of looks at him, and he kind of like hits him on his shoulder, obviously offended or whatever, and the pilot just laughs. He's like, never mind, you can head back in. You ugly son of a cat hound. So he's like, all right, Doc. I guess you helped my boys out. We're going that way anyway. No hard feelings about the cash. We'll get you there. And so you stay out in the lounge area. You go back to your room at all?
Actually, I want to do just like, I get it. I'm kind of in that. Let's say I'm in the same room. It's like what room were we in again?
Like a lounge. There's like a couch, a
Oh, okay.
little gaming table, and then like a counter where there's like food preparation area and stuff.
Okay. I was thinking I was in like some room of like computers and stuff. So
There
I
could
know
be a computer.
I'm kind of late, right? But like the guy that bashed his shoulder, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna do like a check around where he bashed. Maybe there was like some damage or
Like
electronics
mechanical
or-
damage.
Sure. I mean, I don't
You're
think he's
gonna-
that strong, but like
You're gonna fix their ship too if there's a problem.
no. I mean, I could.
I don't recall you training in mechanics or anything. I mean, you're welcome to try. So you want to ask if you can go to the engine room that was previously off limits?
No. Now
Okay.
I'm scared. Um, Back to my room. I'm taking a nap. It's been a hard, long day.
Hey.
Boring.
All right, so you head back to your room, and a couple of hours pass, and um, uh, after a little bit, you kind of hear some frantic footsteps, and the somebody's knocking on your door, like really fast, like they're in a hurry.
Yeah, who is it?
It, it's the captain. I think we're being boarded. If you have any defense, I suggest you get it ready.
Shit. Okay. Uh, let's see.
So your your bag of stuff, they actually made you leave that. Sorry. Back at the cargo area, which is where the airlock is. Hang on just a second, I gotta clear my throat. It's all dry.
Yeah, okay.
Mute buttons. They're great. So your bag of stuff where your blasters, because they didn't want you walking around their ship with like a gun. So your bag of supplies and stuff is actually back in the cargo area, which is right next to the airlock, where if somebody was docking onto the ship, that's where they would be coming in at. So if you wanted to go get your pistol, that's where it is. Or you could try to hide or something like that. Um,
Is
it's
the
up to you.
captain still there?
You could just try locking the door. I mean, he's on the other side of the door.
So I open the door. Just open it.
Hmm.
Okay, it's emergency. Must be the captain. He says the captain. Boom, open the door. Um, I'm a doctor. I'm not a fighter. But is there anyone that can escort me to the room with my equipment? I need my equipment. It's important. If you want me to be any help here, I need my equipment.
He's like, none of us fighters either. That's kind of what worries me. Yeah, we'll take you back. The cargo holds this way, and he kind of points. Give me a perception check roll.
Uh-oh. I'm scared. I'm like,
But
unprepared humans.
I'll let you leave that boost die because he's kind of panicked, and you helped him out, so they kind of like you. Okay, so you're successful with some threat. So you actually kind of notice that when the captain's gesturing you, like he hesitated a significant time, where he was like thinking about how something might be panning out. And then he said, yeah, it's okay, you can go back there. So there's a bit of an uneasy feeling. The 2 threat, I'm going to spend the lights go out on the ship. It's dark.
That's fine because, I mean, I've lived underwater for my whole life, so my eyes are perfect. Right?
There's some emergency lighting, and I don't think your species has like what they call like low light vision. But there's like a little bit of light, and I mean, but it's not gonna be a permanent thing that you can do here.
So
that would be more if you had advantage and you have threat on the board. So
okay, so obviously I make my way to the back. I'm being all tactically, slowly, making sure the coast is clear. I make it there? Is that how it works?
Yeah, you kind of use the walls, and you can use the walls feel back, because the captain kind of showed you. And it's not a large ship, so I mean the hallway goes only a couple places anyway.
Okay.
And so you get back to the cargo hold. But you can't quite see in there. The lights are pretty dark. Do you go in?
I sure do go in, but I kind of want to take a look around, you know?
You could do another perception roll. See.
Yep. Perception roll. There we go.
Take off that blue boost die though, at the top where
Oh,
your dice pool is.
got it.
And I'm actually going to give you a setback as well because of the low lighting.
Yep. And are we ready?
Yep, good. All right, man, you are just successful at everything. You're making it work, man. But
All right.
you still got a threat. I'm gonna give you one strain because the situation's starting to get pretty tense.
That's getting close.
Yeah, so you're gonna take one strain damage. So in your little character sheet, you can mark that you got one. So you'll be down to 11 out of 12. So you look around and you can tell that there's the door's already been opened, the airlock door on the far side of the thing. So there could be people in here, but otherwise you kind of see that there's some piled up crates and boxes and stuff that you could reasonably use for like cover and concealment.
Open it up. I'm struggling right now. I need something, right? So, I'm going through the boxes. How do I know? Or
I mean, the threat is that you don't quite see or you already took a strains for the threat. So you look around, you don't quite see your bag immediately without going farther in, but you are able to see that like the airlock door and stuff is open. So there could be bad guys in. You're just gonna start going through random crates,
I want to.
making noise
Yeah,
and stuff.
sure. I mean, tactically, I was slowly making my way there. I noticed that the door's open. Um, I make my way over to the crates. You know.
Okay.
Uh,
Go ahead and if you're trying to be quiet, then give me. I'm gonna
yes.
need a stealth roll.
Oh shit.
However, I'm gonna give you a boost die, so add one blue before you roll, because it is dark. So that's gonna actually help you be stealthy.
So add one myself.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh.
Your guy is just on top of things, man. Of course, this means tomorrow night you're just gonna fail everything. You're using all your luck today. All right, so you head over and you're able actually the lid of one of the boxes is actually already opened up, so you don't even have to like pry it and make a bunch of noise. Like you're able to just kind of slowly raise it up and look inside, and it's just like foodstuffs and random other sundry goods. I mean, these guys aren't like arms dealers, so it wasn't like there's going to be a box of blaster rifles or something. But as you're sneaking around, you do see your bag kind of laying off in the back corner, away from the airlock area.
Okay. So like, I made it to the boxes. We opened it up or whatever. I took a couple steps. We're by some crates. I don't know if the crates are big or small or what, but can I do another perception check to see what's kind of like around that area? I don't know. I remember you saying it's a small space, so I'm just really trying to be cautious here.
Yeah. You don't necessarily need like another stealth roll, but if you want to make a perception check to see if you can find
Sure.
bad guys.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
A threat.
That's totally a thing you could do. So take off the boost, because the darkness isn't actually going to be not a help to you with the boost die.
So I have my bag, right? I mean, I have all my equipment on me. I found my bag. Okay.
Yeah, you're able to get to your bag. I assume you want to take the blaster out.
I would assume that, or yeah, that's the whole point. Blaster one hand, stim pack on the other, just ready to go, you know. Okay, let's go with the perception. Here we go.
All right, so you had no successes over the amount of failures. I mean, there were no failures, no successes in your roll, but ultimately, if you didn't have success at the end all be all in the results section, then you weren't successful. So you peer around, but from where your bag was in the corner with all the boxes and stuff, you just can't get a good vantage point to see what's going on, and that's a little bit adds on to some of the stress now that you're kind of in a harder position to see stuff. So that'll be in one more strain. But you've moved away from the door into the rest of the ship, and you're kind of out of the way from the airlock, like the pathway, into the ship with the captain and everybody. You start to hear some blaster fire inside the ship, where the captain and stuff were.
Oh, I'm in the room.
Well, you're still in the cargo bay, but you're hearing like blaster fire that might be like in the the lounge area where you had exited from.
Okay, so let's make my way to the room. I will say this. I'm going all in, no stealthy, man. This is the captain, you know what I mean? This guy flying the ship, you know. All right, not the pilot, but this is the guy I need alive. So I'll make my way there. I'm in the room now.
All right. So when you get back to the galley area, you see the captain on the floor, and you see the two other crew guys that are kind of being pinned against the wall. There's two big. They're called Trendoshans. They're going to be short range from you as you come in around the corner, and they're these big, like lizardy, dinosaur-looking guys. And so they both have the other crew members. The captain's on the ground. There's a pool of blood around him, and the two crew members are pinned up against the wall. Right now the nasty dinosaur dudes don't really see you, but if you are going to make your presence known, again, you're not a fighter.
So actually, I want to stealth. Oh, I'll use my stealthiness to somewhat sneak up behind one of them and kind of hold him hostage to the other one, if that's possible. You know, kind of gun to the head, drop your weapons kind of deal.
Alright, I'm gonna actually make a perception roll on their account and see if they see you coming up. But with your last stealth roll, which was pretty stinking good, I'm gonna make it actually pretty hard for them to see you. And then you do have a light side point. From our destiny pool we rolled earlier. You have one light side point, I have one dark side point. If you wanted, you could spend one to upgrade their negative dice, so it's worse for them to try to spot you. Or you could save it.
Save.
Okay. And it's dark, so I'll add them a setback die. Alright, so these guys are pretty entranced. They're focused on what they're doing, pinning these guys up with their like just kind of choking them out a little bit. And so you sneak up on the side of one of them. So I'm going to put this guy as short range from you, or engaged range. And you sneak up and you put a gun to his head. And you want to threaten the other one by putting the gun to that guy's head, right?
Correct.
Okay. That will be a coercion check. That you want to coerce them so coercion is like intimidation and stuff like that.
Copy. You ready?
I'm ready. Oh wait. and I will actually let you put in a boost die as well, just because you've got this guy in a pretty compromising situation, and so that's going to help your ability to intimidate. But these.
So do I add any dies here, or did you add
Just
a die?
no, you're just going to need a boost.
Boost
One
green?
blue, one blue,
one blue.
and then go ahead and roll your course. Alright, so we're finally getting some failures out of you. You spent your luck all in the beginning when it didn't matter, and now when danger's afoot.
Okay,
But you did get 3 advantage, and 3 advantage is a significant amount. You could use it to make them take strain damage. You could use it to get back strain of your own. You could use it to with 3 of them. I would let you have, like, you failed the roll to coerce him to let the guy go, but I would let you, like, use it to make something happen. Like, maybe before they got boarded, the crew was, like, mopping the floor, and so the floor is pretty slippery, so like he could slip and fall or something. 3 is a significant amount. You could use it for a number of things. So if you have, like, an idea of what you might want to make true, so you can't use it to succeed at your coercion, but you can use it to make something else that helps you.
Okay, so let's say the guy in short range of me, right? The vessel or the ship takes a little bit of turbulence, and he gets kind of knocked.
Okay, sure. That's totally reasonable.
But the guy at short range, though, not the guy
That you got the gun too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So who knows what you flew through, but maybe a couple like meteorites or something small, like
grenade or something. Who knows?
See, explosives on a spaceship are actually not
I know.
great.
That's why I kind of like.
So I would be careful with things like that. That would make your character pretty short-lived, and we would have to make another one. But anyway, so yeah, so you kind of hit something out in space, or some kind of, like, maybe like an ion storm or something, kind of sweeps by the ship and rocks it, and with being unstable because he's kind of just pinning this guy, so he's not really watching his footing. The Trandoshan guy kind of stumbles back and slams into he's still got the crew member, but he stumbles back and hits the counter of the food preparation area.
It's my time. Taking advantage of this.
Alright.
I want to blast this guy.
Okay, so let's go ahead and roll some initiative then. I'm gonna roll for both the Trandoshans. No difficulty. Okay, so they're... Oh, okay.
Oh.
Alright, so they rolled pretty well, because there's not supposed to be any difficulty on their checks. So those purple die actually are canceled out. So, yeah, they rolled really good. So go ahead and roll your initiative. It's going to be a cool check. And in the combat section, it's right at the top.
Do I take my +1 away in blue?
Yes. Yeah.
And cool.
Nice. Oh, there's 2 extra greens in there. Sorry, I didn't take those off. But without knowing which ones were which, I'm just gonna leave it because that was my bad anyway. So everybody had 3 successes. So then it goes to tiebreakers, which is advantage, and the ties always go to the players. So you tied with the best guy, and then there's the worst guy. So you're gonna be able to go first, and then the 2 Trandoshan guys are gonna be able to go.
Okay.
Alright, so you're wanting to shoot one of them?
Yeah, the guy that's in my arms or whatever.
Alright, so difficulty for that is going to be 2 because you're engaged, which makes it a little bit harder, but I'm going to let you give yourself a boost because, I mean, you got the gun like right to his head. So
How do you
mean,
miss, right?
But the ship was rocked around a little bit, right? So I'm going to put in a setback.
Man.
Because at the time you're
Why
deciding
did
to
I
shoot,
say that?
the ship was moving around.
Yeah.
So add in 1
All right.
blue, and then go to your combat section and roll your blaster pistol.
Not bad. Blaster pistol range light. Here we go. Boom.
All right. It looks like everything canceled out. Actually, everything canceled. So it's a failure. So the ship that rocked and the guy slammed against the counter and when you had the gun up to the dude's head, but you kind of like moved as well when you went to pull the trigger, and so you shoot and miss. All right. Well, that's that. I'm gonna.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna give
This is
everybody a
not
setback
good.
round for this this whole deal. So the Trandoshan that you just kind of shot at kind of drops the crew member on the ground. Like he stops choking him, but then he just kind of windmill like clubs the dude like right in the head. I'm gonna roll that.
Jerk. Can I use that guy that just got hit? Is that a possibility? Like the crew member?
I mean, if
Now he's let go. He's got hit in the head.
well, I gotta roll it to see if he actually got hit in the head. Which
Oh,
I'm
you
actually
got it.
I'm gonna spend a dark side point to upgrade that roll.
Jerk.
Well, now, but see, when I spend my dark side points, you get it as a light side point. So now you have 2 and I have 0.
Copy.
Yeah. All right. So he windmills around to try to club the dude, and but he whiffs it. His advantage though is that he's able to kind of like turn towards you because you're kind of the threatening guy and kind of get defensive. So he's gonna upgrade the check of your difficulty for your next attack if you shoot at him. The other guy, he's up from kind of hitting the counter. The guy at short range. He still had the guy in his grasp when he stumbled back, and he's actually gonna try to like choke slam the dude, like just plow him on the ground.
I need to get rid of this guy. So I'm gonna make a second. Do I still have him in my arms?
Hang on,
or
I'm gonna roll this real quick.
Oh, my bad.
And he's got him choked, so he's actually gonna get a boost. All right, so he's successful. So he takes the guy and just boom slams on the ground. These Trandoshan guys, they're pretty tough. They're pretty strong. So he's able to just smash him on the ground, and the guy's unconscious. And then the guy's actually gonna move up into engaged range with you. Which, remember, engaged range with guns is actually harder to hit than when you're at short range. So that's everybody that's in the initiative order. That's you and then both the bad guys. So now we start a new round and we go back to the top, which is the PC slot, your slot. So what would you like to do?
Wait, what?
So the initiative order, you rolled the best.
Okay.
So you had the first spot and you got to shoot, and you missed. And then it goes the NPC slot. So it was the Trandoshan that tried to club the guy, and he missed. And then it was the Trandoshan that chokeslammed the dude, and he slammed him down. And now we reset and go back to the top. So
I no longer have this guy in my grasp, correct?
No, and he rolled some advantage, and he spent that to kind of slip around, and get ready for your next attack.
Got it. So I want to do a maneuver, like get away, maybe into short range or something.
Okay. So we'll just move your guy into short range. Actually, what we'll do is we'll put them in short, and we'll keep you in the middle. Just
Is there any cover?
I mean, there's the couch and there's the sofa. There's the couch. There's the little gaming table. There's the counters. There wasn't much. I mean, they you don't really want to keep a ship too cluttered, you know. So, you could try to use the table as like a small amount of cover. Like I might give them a setback die for it, but not. I wouldn't upgrade their difficulty. So I
So I
might give
jump
them a
behind.
black, but not a purple. If you wanted to like try to like get down behind the table and like shoot over it.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Get out around and shoot over it or something.
Okay. I would trade you a setback die on your attack for a setback die on their or a
So it's
but they
somewhat
get
balanced.
one from you as well. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
so you will be it'll be harder for you to shoot them, but it'll be harder for them to shoot you as well. And so it'll be a bit of a trade because it's not great cover, but it's something.
It's not gonna stop a laser, right?
I mean, if they hit it, yeah, it would.
Okay. So,
Alright, so I got the 2 difficulty in, and I'm going to throw in a black setback die. And so you do have 2 light side points to upgrade your checks.
I want to do it
Okay,
for this one assault.
so at the destiny pool, you just hit use light side, and it'll swap that over. Alright, so we'll upgrade your check. So in the dice pool of your character sheet, just hit upgrade up to 1.
Dice pool, upgrade to 1. Okay.
Okay, and now
And
go
remove
and
the
roll
one
your...
blue, correct?
What's that?
Keep the blue or
No
remove
blue.
the blue?
No, it'll be 0 blue.
No. And here we go.
And then go back and roll your blaster pistol.
Range light. Boom. Oh, son!
I don't know why you got a white die in there, but...
Oh, did I do it the wrong one?
Huh? No,
Oh, I did the wrong one. Whoops.
let me... What is your range light check? Hang on a second. Oh,
2 yellows and 1 green.
2 yellows and 1 green is your regular check. Okay, so you didn't upgrade it. You added a dice or a white die.
I added a white die. My bad.
Okay, so I
Can I
will
reroll?
I will let you decide if you want to re-roll, because you didn't roll too bad on your difficulty, because it's going to re-roll the difficulty if you re-roll. So I'll let you either keep it as is or re-roll it. But the white die won't mean anything.
Let's keep it then. Ha! Keep it.
So your pistol does 6 damage plus
Yeah.
1 for each additional success, right? So like you have 3 successes there. So you
Yeah.
actually do 6 plus 3, so you do 9 damage to the guy. And this was or I guess they're both at short range from you now. So you hit one of them for 9, and he kind of snarls and like you kind of hit him right in the jaw, and he kind of snarls and hits the counter, the counter, not like this counter like where a sink would be, but like there's a above overhead counter,
Yeah.
and he kind of so he gets hit by the blaster bolt in the side of the face, and he hits the higher counter, and then he drops to the ground. So you got 1 guy left.
He's defeated. He's dead.
Yeah, he drops down, and he's down for the count. And when they drop, they're not necessarily dead. They may be just unconscious. Just like when you run out of wounds, right? You just drop unconscious.
Okay.
All right. So the bad guy, he slings over. He's got like this slug thrower. It's a shotgun, and he's like, and then he points it. But he gets the setback die from your little table cover. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually spend my dark side point and give you back yours. So you're back at 2 and I'm at 0.
Can you use like two light side dies at once?
You can only use 1 per like thing that you're gonna do.
Okay, that's what I was saying. But I can just do like a crazy roll, just do like double,
No,
you
no,
know, light side.
no. So like, but like when you get involved with a party, the rest of the party, like everybody can use one if as long as you have them available.
Gotcha.
But you yourself could only use one per turn. So he actually hits you. He pumps the shotgun and fires, and you know, it's just a gaming table, right? So it's just like a circular top and then like a thin pole going down to the bottom, so holding it in place. And so like the I don't know what kind of shot it would be, because I don't know if they consider it like bird shot or whatever, but like all the little pellets start hitting you, and you get hit for, actually, let's see, your soak is 3, so you actually take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds.
Ooh.
And he's got an advantage, so he's also going to do a strain damage to you, because I mean, that hurt, so it's going to do a strain, so you should be down at 7 wounds, and I think like,
I need to update
like
this.
9 strain now. But now we're back at the top of the round, and you gotta go.
So I'm at 7 current wounds, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Copy that. All right. I don't want to have to go through another blast like that and then be almost dead. So
Yeah.
I wanna.
Tell you what, you could. I would throw this idea out there too. He kind of smashed the one guy in the ground, and that guy's down, but the other crew member, he just kind of dropped him, and he's fine. I would let you spend a light side point to like let that guy intervene somehow to either help upgrade your check or do something to the guy. You could use him as like a one-time like secondary person that you can use.
Okay. I'm down. I could use that advantage currently.
All right.
I'll use the light side.
And we'll just put him in the initiative slot that the other guy left. So we'll just do two PC slots, kind of, but you control both of them.
So use my light side, correct?
Yeah. So use the light side, and it kind of so you're imparting the fact that this guy's able and willing to help you.
Okay.
So it's another thing the Destiny points can do is they can just make something kind of true.
Okay. I kind of want to try going in on him, even though he has a shotgun, just for fun. So let's say the crew member picks up like one of those like crates or whatever that's like opened, or he picks up one of the.
There's a crate.
Picks it up, just like throws it at him or slams it on him, however you want to do it. Slams it on him, and the guy kind of just like once again gets disoriented.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll give him, let's see, they're not fighters either, but, you know, he's a pilot, or he works on a ship, so he might have some agility, so I'll give him 3 greens for this, and then, and just a standard, let's see, he's short range, so I'll give him 1 purple. All right, so he grabs this box and he hurls it at the Trandoshan, and it kind of like shatters. It's made of some cheap wood or something, but so it kind of breaks on him, and but it still smarts, it still hurts, and so he's gonna take 1, 2, 3. I'll give him 4 damage for that. But he's still up, and he kind of just snarling, and he's like, ah. All right. So now it's your turn.
My turn?
Yep.
I wanna run up and just spear this guy, like football tackle. Boom, because he's like kind of disoriented now, right? Like,
sure,
I could use that as an advantage.
Yeah, as far as getting hit with this box from a guy you're kind of thinking is out of the fight because you choked him a bit.
I use my big head of my aquatic nature Just
Sure.
slam right into it.
So go ahead and give yourself a boost, a blue boost,
Okay.
and then roll your brawl check.
Oh, always wanted to try this one. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Make sure everything's correct. Okay. Here goes the brawl
Yeah.
check.
Oh man.
Shit.
So
You
you
never tried to
and
tackle it.
so you go and you go and but I think maybe your arms are just too wide and he's able to kind of just shuck you to the side as you go in for your little tackle. You do have one advantage. You could use one advantage for something pretty minor, or you could recover one of your strain. Um, it's up to you, whatever you want to do.
Define something minor.
Um,
Like let's say I knocked his weapons out of his hand. Is that major?
that would be like 3 advantage.
Okay,
You got
okay.
1. 1 is pretty small. It's not a lot.
So with all my dang, I was gonna say I dropped the magazine out of the auto shotgun.
It's a little
Too much?
A little too much.
Okay. Then I won't do that.
Not quite for
Let's
1.
say tackle him.
You could give.
I'll reduce this. I'll reduce the strain.
Okay.
1 extra.
Yeah, 1 is just not too terribly much because it's easy to get. So usually people use it to recover a strain or give their next, the next like friendly character a boost die. So that's kind of
crew
like
member?
the typical things. Huh? The crew member? You could give him a boost die on his next check if he gets one, because he's
Technically, I can only use him once though, right? Because that was a light point.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got him into the fight, but now that it's the Trandoshan's turn, I'm gonna kind of take him out of the fight. I hope.
Okay.
Weird.
That's fine. No, I kind of figured that.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a
Because
one-time thing.
the Trandoshan has got his shotgun out, and now he's gonna take aim at the Krug. In which he's at short range from, so it's only 1 purple.
Oh, he's dead. It's over. Nice knowing you, buddy.
Oh, jeez, he's really dead. Oh, 4 success and a triumph. Oh yeah. So the guy kind of shucks you to the side, and as you kind of move past him, you're still at engage range, but he kind of pushed you away as you went for the dive.
Mhm.
You're not like prone or anything, like you didn't go sprawling across the ground, but he just raises his shotgun at the crew member that threw the box at him, and all pissed off, and he just boom, and just brain matter and skull fragments just right across.
I'll fix that later. I'll fix that later.
You're a good doctor, but you can pretty much tell. I don't even need to make a check to know that you can't really save that guy. Just his head just explodes. And then he got a threat, so I'm actually gonna give him a strain, which for as far as these smaller level characters, their strain is actually damaged, so it actually does hurt him. So he kind of boom, but it kind of jars his shoulder, and he's gonna take a damage from
Too
it.
much power, right? On the shotgun.
Yeah. Well, he did just hit the guy for like 11
Must be a
damage.
slug. You know what I mean?
Alright.
Okay.
So it is back to the top of the round. It's just you now.
Alright.
Everybody else is down.
Can I use my 1 light side point for an actual shot? I'm gonna take an attempt to kill this guy, finish him off.
You could.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay.
So this is my last light side, correct?
Yes. So now no, because I just spent 1, so you had 2. Now you got 1 again. So so go ahead and hit the upgrade button, which is right underneath the green dice, the green and blue. It says upgrade.
Right. I see it.
Okay. Hit it up to 1. And then you're at short range, so 1 difficulty. Alright, you should be good to roll.
Jeez, no one else is gonna be aboard this plane by the time this guy's dead. Maybe sad. Let's do it. Boom. Yes.
Nice.
No. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
We're
that's a
good.
good. That's really good. So you hit him for 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 advantage. What do you want to spend your advantage on? After you blew a hole in this guy.
I blew a hole in the guy behind him too.
The guy that's already down on the floor.
Yeah. um.
Because you're blowing a hole in this guy's chest. He's toast.
Is there a way? I mean, is it too late to do a perception check, like to see what else is around me that I could get advantage from?
I mean it's kind of
I don't know. I mean,
it's
I
kind
saw
of
him
null
face,
because
but-
you it's kind of null and void because you killed the last dude. So
All right. So I don't know what my advantage would be, other than that I'd win.
yeah,
I just, like,
you could
cancel it
recover
out?
another strain.
Oh yes, let's do that.
All right. So you just blaze a hole right into the guy's heart area, and he just kind of sags to the floor limply, and he's down. But so we're kind of out of initiative now because the combat's kind of over. And you look around, and I mean, you know, pilot or the captain is in a pool of blood. The one guy doesn't have a head anymore, and the other guy's like slammed down. You could do a medicine roll to see if he's able to be saved or not.
That's what I was gonna do. Check
All
to
right.
see if he's. All right. So I have to downgrade. Not downgrade, but take the upgrade off.
Yep, take the upgrade off.
Go medicine. Here we go. Boom.
All right. And a triumph. Look at you. So yeah, you can tell, guys, he's pretty dazed and loopy, but with the triumph and everything, you're able to actually. I would, unless you got something else for your triumph, I would let you just kind of like get him back on his feet and ready to kind of go. Just from you inspecting him, you see what's wrong, and you're able to fix it, and bring him back around. And so he's kind of groggy and everything, and he's like, "Oh, what happened?" Oh, and he kind of looks around, sees his companions that are dead, but sees that the Trandoshans are down as well. Hopefully this makes
That's when I'm like basically going back to the beginning. Like, I am the man for the job, right? And then let's go back to the debt. Am I still in debt? You know what I mean?
like he's like I mean he's visibly shaken, like, because his friends are dead, but you know, I mean he nods.
Snap out of it.
He
Snap out of it.
I don't care if these guys are dead that you care for. Like, who gives a rat's butt? Let's talk about the money.
Yeah, right.
The guy's like, no, you're good, man. Thank you so much. My friends, you know, I don't know. Let me see if we can even get out of here. And he heads back to the engine room. As he's staggering back there, he's like, they hit us with some kind of ion. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna be able to get out of here. And so he staggers back to the engine room, and he's looking around at stuff. And he's like, I think we're stuck. The engine's fried. They dropped some kind of ion device and fried our engine. We're stuck here. Adrift in space.
Uh-oh. So let's
So that's actually where we're gonna end it until tomorrow night.
No!
Nice job, man. Those are some amazing rolls.
I think I got-
even stuff that you're not necessarily like great at, you were doing okay. You were succeeding and everything.
I tried to tackle a giant, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to show you guys how much heart I have. You know what I mean?
That,
Even
that
though I
was
let a
smart.
couple people die, but
So, I mean, you know, sometimes things happen. You can't save everybody.
you gotta sacrifice, you know, sometimes.
Sure. Is that your is that Joss's mentality on things? He's just like, you know, I mean, I'm trying to save some people, but other people, it's just their time.
Hey, as long as it's not me.
All right, that'll be
I was like,
interesting.
listen, you want more people to survive, you gotta go. Like, you gotta be the one to go, not me, you.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Well, all right, man. It's cool to have you in the campaign, and we'll be back tomorrow with a full-on episode, and we'll see what happens.
Awesome, I had fun. Thank you.
No problem. All right, everybody. We will catch you guys next time. We'll be doing a full-on episode tomorrow night about 9 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll run till somewhere around midnight. So should be fun. All right, take it easy, everybody.